Meanwhile, in a court filing today, New York prosecutors are urging a judge not to toss the hush money case against the president-elect. Tarianne Smith looks at the efforts to perhaps delay what comes next.
Prosecutors in President-elect Donald Trump's New York hush money case are arguing his conviction should not be dismissed, but say they're open to putting sentencing on hold. Tuesday's recommendation from Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg acknowledged the case raises unprecedented legal questions and asked the court to consider postponing a decision until after Trump completes his upcoming term in 2029, arguing there isn't a law that requires dismissing a post-trial criminal proceeding that started, quote, at a time when the defendant was not immune from criminal prosecution, and that is based on unofficial conduct for which the defendant is also not immune.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial.
In May, a jury convicted the former president of 34 felony counts of falsifying business records to cover up payments made to adult film star Stormy Daniels in the lead up to the 2016 election, making him the first former president to be found guilty of crimes. Tuesday's filing comes as Judge Juan Merchan weighs whether the Supreme Court's ruling on presidential immunity should have prevented jurors from seeing certain evidence during Trump's trial, and if the verdict should be tossed.
I think to just trash the jury verdict because Trump was elected to be president again doesn't necessarily legally make sense. Having said that, acknowledging either based on what the sentence is, maybe it's just a fine, or when the sentence is given, maybe it's after the administration, acknowledging that we're not talking about, Donald Smith, we're talking about Donald Trump. I think that does make sense.
Originally, a sentencing date had been set for mid-September. Then it was pushed back to November 26 after the election. Torian Small, CBS News, Washington.
A statement from the Trump transition team called the case, quote, lawless, and said the president-elect's legal team is moving to get it dismissed.